Hello guys, how are you? My name is Nitesh and you are watching my channel Nitesh Physics. So guys, in today's video I am going to discuss Jetli solution part 3, exercise 1.11 to 1.20. In my previous video I have already discussed from exercise 1.1 to 1.20 in different two parts, part 1 and part 2. You can watch this video from my playlist. Okay. So new student who are watching first time of my video, you can kindly visit my playlist. There you can find Jetli solution. If you like my video, kindly subscribe my channel and press bell icon for next update. So without doing any delay, let's start the video. Exercise 1.11. The problem reads like that: light of wavelength 350 nanometer is incident on a metallic surface of work function 1.9 electron volt. Calculate the kinetic energy of the electric electron and calculate the cutoff frequency of the metal. Right? These two things are asked. The given wavelength of light lambda 350 nanometer, right? It is already given, and work function phi around 1.9 electron volt. Okay, so we know that when a photon of high energy, approximately you can take h nu, okay, are incident on a metal surface, the light can impart enough energy to eject the electron from the metal. It is metal surface. Okay, let work function is phi. Okay, the electron can ejected from this metal surface. Okay, and the rest energy will liberated kinetic energy of the electron. Okay, kinetic energy. So according to energy conservation, h nu is equal to phi plus kinetic energy of electron. Right? Now we have a given wavelength 350 nanometer. Now calculate the energy. Okay, then E is equal to hc by lambda. We know the h is the Planck constant, c is the velocity of point, and lambda is the wavelength. Right? Now put the value of hc and lambda. 6.6 into 10 to the minus 34 joule second into 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, and the value of lambda is 350 nanometer. That means 350 into 10 power minus 9 meter. Now after solving we can get 5.68 into 10 power minus 19 joule energy. Okay, this is energy. Now convert this energy into electron volt. So E in electron volt, we can simply divide 5.68 into 10 power minus 19 upon 1.6 into 10 power minus 19, and this will convert to electron volt. So we can get here from 3.6 electron volt. Okay, now according to energy conservation, h nu is equal to phi plus kinetic energy of electron. So kinetic energy of electron will be E minus phi. That means 3.6 minus 1.9, we can get around 1.7 electron volt. This is part A. Okay, kinetic energy of ejected electron will be 1.7 electron volt. Okay, now what will be asked? Calculate the cutoff frequency of the metal. Okay, so how can we calculate this cutoff frequency of metal? It is also very easy. You can calculate. Listen guys, this Jetli problem is very important. Okay, you can get directly question from that. Right? So for cutoff frequency, we can calculate nu naught is equal to phi by h, because phi is equal to h nu naught. Okay, so the value of phi is 1.9 electron volt, and the value of h 6.6 into 10 to the minus 34 joule second. Okay, now we can calculate this. You can calculate electron volt into joule by dividing 1 electron volt. Okay, so we can calculate this 1.9 into 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19 joule. Okay, upon 6.6 into 10 to the minus 34 joule second. Right? From here we can calculate the value of nu naught will be 4.6 into 10 power 40 hertz. So like this we calculate the kinetic energy of ejected electron as well as the cutoff frequency of the metal. Okay, so I hope that you understand this problem, how can we calculate. Now moving towards next problem. Find the wavelength of the radiation that can eject electron from the surface of zinc sheet with a kinetic energy of 75 electron volt. Okay, the given kinetic energy is 75 electron volt, right? And the work function of zinc is 3.7 electron volt. Find also the cutoff wavelength of metal. Okay, so this is also very simple problem. We can calculate. Given work function, given the value of phi around 3.74 electron volt. Okay, now calculate the nu naught, the value of nu naught. Nu naught will be the phi by h. Okay, the value of phi 3.7 electron 4 electron volt, convert into joule 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 upon h 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34. Okay, you will get the value is 9.04 into 10 power 14 hertz. Okay, the required wavelength is 9.04 into 10 to the power 14 hertz. Okay, now cutoff wavelength will be lambda naught is equal to c by nu naught. Okay, the value of c is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, and the value of nu naught is calculated 9.04 into 10 power 14 hertz. Okay, so the value of required value of wavelength lambda naught will be 3.32 into 10 power minus 7 meter. Okay, this will be the right answer. Kindly mark it. Now moving towards next question, which reads like that: if the stopping potential of metal when illuminated with radiation of wavelength 480 nanometer is 1.2 volt, okay, then find the work function of the metal, the cutoff wavelength of the metal, and the maximum energy of the ejected electron. This is also a very simple problem, we can easily calculate. So we know that the stopping potential B is the electric potential to stop electrons that are ejected from a metal surface. Okay, so from there we also know that the value of equation like this: EV is equal to h nu minus phi. Okay, V is applied potential. Okay, so now the value of phi will be h nu minus E into V. Okay, the frequency of photon related to wavelength will be nu is equal to c by lambda. So phi will be h c by lambda minus E into V. Now putting all values, put h is equal to 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. The value of c will be 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and the given lambda is equal to how? 480 nanometer. That means 480 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter. Now the value of V will be the value of E is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. Okay, and the value of V is 1.24. Right. So after solving, we will get the value of phi is equal to, by converting in joule, you will get 2.22 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule, which will be phi is equal to 2.22 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule upon 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 electron volt, which will be, after calculating, you can get the value of this will be 1.38 electron volt. Okay, so we successfully calculated the work function of the metal. Right, now the cutoff wavelength. Okay, cutoff wavelength is also very easy. Nu naught is equal to phi by h. Okay, the value of phi is 1.38 electron volt, convert into joule. That means 1.38 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule, right? And the value of h 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. Okay, then this will be equal to 3.34 3.34 into 10 power 14 hertz. Okay, now lambda naught, cutoff wavelength, is equal to lambda naught is equal to c by nu naught. Okay, put the value 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, and the value of nu naught will be 3.34 into 10 power 14 hertz, which we already calculated. So after solving, we will get the value of lambda naught will be 9 into 10 power minus 7 meter. Okay, now part C, we already calculated the cutoff wavelength of metal. Okay, so part C. Now to calculate part C, the maximum energy of ejected electron, we know kinetic energy of electron will be given by K is equal to h nu minus phi, which will be equal to hc by nu is equal to c by lambda minus phi. Put all values, we will get the value of h will be 6.6 into 10 power minus 34 joule second, and the value of c 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, and the value of lambda 480 nanometer, that means 480 into 10 power minus 19, sorry, minus 9 meter. Okay, and the value of phi 1.38 in EV. Okay, we can calculate this energy into electron volt after by dividing 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. So after calculating, the value of kinetic energy will be K is equal to 1.2 electron volt. Okay, you will check, maybe option is different due to calculation error. Okay, so you can check. Now moving towards next question. Find the maximum Compton wavelength wave shift corresponding to a collision between a photon and a proton at rest. Okay, we know the value of Compton wavelength lambda dash minus lambda, which is equal to lambda c, Compton wavelength, is equal to h upon mc 1 minus cos phi, right? I hope you remember. Okay, so the largest change in wavelength occurs when the photon is completely reflected. Okay, condition, photon is completely reflected. Okay, reflected, right? So it is only happen when theta will be phi will be phi. Okay, now the value of lambda, delta lambda max, will be h upon mc 1 minus cos phi. The value of cos phi will be minus 1, then it will become 2h upon mc. Okay, now put the all values, 2 into 6.6 into 10 power minus 34 joule second upon the value of 1 amp for proton 1.637 into 10 power minus 27 kg. Okay, and the value of c 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. After solving, you will get that the value of delta lambda max will be 2.7 into 10 power minus 15 meter. Okay, 2.7 into 10 power minus 15 meter. Now this is the required answer. Maybe due to calculation error, the answer of some question may be wrong. You can check by yourself. Okay, the process will be same. Okay, now moving towards next question. If the stopping potential of a metal when illuminated with a radiation of wavelength 150 nanometer is 7.5 volt, calculate the stopping potential of the metal when illuminated by a radiation of wavelength 275 nanometer. So given wavelength 150 nanometer and given stopping potential, in first case 7.5 electron volt. Okay, then again we can use the formula. I am not going to detail again. The formula will be phi is equal to, the work function is equal to sc by lambda minus EB. Okay, now put all the values. The value of h is equal to 6.6 into 10 power minus 34 joule second, and the value of c 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second upon the value of lambda is given 150 nanometer in first case, that means 150 into 10 power minus 9 meter. Okay, and the value of E is equal to minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, and the value of B here given 7.5 volt. Okay, now convert this all and calculate the, you will get the value of phi is around 1.24 into 10 to the power minus 19. Okay, the value of phi, that means work function, will be 1.24 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. Okay, now calculate this work function in electron volt. Simply you can divide it 1.24 into 10 to the power minus 19 by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. You will get around 0.77 electron volt. Okay, 0.77 electron volt. Right, now what will be the given? Calculate the stopping potential of the metal when illuminated by radiation of wavelength 275 nanometer. Now wavelength is changed, so again we calculate stopping potential by this formula. Okay, so EB will be Hc by lambda minus phi. Okay, so the value of B will be Hc by lambda minus phi by E. Okay, now put all the values. 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 into 3 into 10 to the power 8 upon the given wavelength 275 nanometer. That means 275 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter. Okay, and the given value we had already calculated, Hc by lambda minus B. So we can give this value, the value of phi, around 1.24 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule without converting in electron volt. 1.24 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. Okay, upon E, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, after calculating you will get the value of B, stopping potential B, Bs. Okay, as for stopping potential will be 3.74 volt. Okay, the value of stopping potential will be 3.74 volt. So using this formula and this type of step, you can easily calculate all answer. Okay, so I hope ki these all answer will be okay for you. Okay, process will be same in all cases. Okay, maybe answer will be slightly different or maybe same. You can check by yourself. Okay, now moving towards next question. Exercise 1.16. Okay, a light source of frequency 9.5 into 10 power 14 hertz illuminates the surface of a metal of work function 2.8 electron volt and ejects electron. Calculate stopping potential, cutoff frequency, the kinetic energy of the ejected electron. Okay, again we are using same formula. Okay, calculate stopping potential. We know the value. Okay, use the energy of photon. Energy of photon E gamma, photon energy, right? Photon energy. Okay, and energy and stopping energy ES. ES for stopping energy. Stopping energy, right? And phi work function. Work function. Okay. So this will be ES is equal to EY minus phi. Okay. Given value of EY 3 point, we can calculate the by given frequency, it will be 3.93 electron volt minus 2.8 electron volt. Then ES will be 1.1 electron volt. From these we can calculate stopping energy. From stopping energy we can calculate Vs is equal to ES by E. Okay, then it will be 1.1 volt. Okay, then stopping potential, the correct stopping potential of the given metal is 1.1 volt. This is part A. Okay, now moving toward part B. The cutoff frequency. Cutoff frequency is easily calculated. We know the cutoff frequency of the metal is the frequency that corresponds to light with energy EC equal to the work function of the metal phi. Then EC will be phi will be 2.8 electron volt. Now calculate cutoff frequency. Nu C is equal to EC by H. Okay, that means 2.8 electron volt upon 6.6 into 10 power minus 34 joule second upon 1.6 into 10 power 19 electron volt. Convert this and calculate the value of nu C. This will be nu C is equal to 6.76 into 10 power 14 hertz. So the cutoff frequency, the correct cutoff frequency will be 6.676 into 10 power 14 hertz, right? Now the next part, the kinetic energy of the ejected electron. Kinetic energy of ejected electron will be calculated as K is equal to E gamma minus phi. The value of E gamma is 3.93 electron volt and phi 2.8 electron volt. So kinetic energy of electron will be 1.1 electron volt, right? The kinetic energy of electron will be 1.1 electron volt. Then we have successfully calculated the stopping potential, which is around 1.1 volt. Okay, the cutoff frequency is 6.76 into 10 power 14 hertz and kinetic energy of electron 1.1 volt. Okay, now moving to our next question. Exercise 1.17. Consider a metal with cutoff frequency 1.2 into 10 power 14 hertz. Find the work function of metal. Find the kinetic energy of ejected electron when the metal is illuminated with a radiation of frequency 7 into 10 power 14 hertz. Okay. Now let's calculate work function of metal. Given cutoff frequency 1.2 into 10 power 14 hertz. So the work function phi will be h nu naught. This is nu naught. Okay. So calculate 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second into 1.2 into 10 power 14 hertz. Okay, this will be 7.95 into 10 power minus 20 joule. Okay, now convert into electron volt. Just divide 1.6 into 10 power minus 9. This will be around 0.5 electron volt. Okay. Okay. Now next question, find the kinetic energy of the ejected electron when the metal is illuminated with a radiation of frequency 7 into 10 power 14 hertz. Moving towards part B. As we know, the incident light from Planck constant as E, the value of E is given by h nu. Okay. Now calculate the given frequency 7 into 10 power 14 hertz. 6.6 into 10 power minus 34, the value of h will be 6.6 into 10 power minus 34 joule second, and the value of nu is given 7 into 10 power 14 hertz. Okay. So calculate, this will be 4.64 into 10 to power minus 19 joule. Convert into electron volt, just divide 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. It will be around 2.9 electron volt. Okay. Now the kinetic energy of ejected photon is difference between the energy of incident photon and the work function of metal, as we already know. Then kinetic energy of electron will be E gamma minus phi, that is 2.9 electron volt minus 0.5 electron volt. So the value of kinetic energy of ejected electron will be 2.4 electron volt. Okay. So this will be the right answer. Okay. So we calculated first the work function of metal, which is around 0.5 electron volt. After that we calculate the energy given frequency. Then we subtract the kinetic energy from E gamma minus phi, this one, and calculate the kinetic energy of ejected electron, which is around 2.4 electron volt. Okay. So now moving towards next question. A light of frequency 7.2 into 10 power 14 hertz is incident on a 4 different metallic surface of CGM, different metallic surface. The first is CGM, then aluminum, then cobalt, and then platinum, with different work function 2.14 electron volt, 4.08 electron volt, 3.9 electron volt, and 6.35 electron volt. Okay, respectively. Now, which among these metals will exhibit the photoelectric effect? Very good. And the second question, for each one of the metal producing photoelectron, calculate the maximum kinetic energy for the electron ejected. Okay, this is also very question. We know E for photon, E gamma is equal to h. Okay, calculate the value of this. 6.6 into 10 to the power 30 minus 34 joule second into 7.2 into 10 to the 14 hertz. This is the given frequency. Okay. Now calculate, the value will be around 4.77 into 10 power minus 19 joule. Okay. Convert into electron volt, 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. This will be around 2.98 eV. Okay. 2.98 eV, right? So for the photoelectric to occur, the energy of the incident light must exceed the work function of the metal. Okay, the photoelectric effect will only occur when the difference between the energy of incoming photon and the work function of the metal is positive. That means the value of E gamma minus phi gives positive value. Okay, this one gives positive value. So start by the subtracting the work function of cesium. We can see from there the energy will 2.98 electron volt. Okay, so we can calculate, if we subtract 2.14 from 2.98, then it's give negative value. Okay, right? It's give negative value already. Sorry, if we subtract E gamma minus phi cesium, 2.98 minus 2.14, then it gives positive value around 0.84 electron volt. Okay, so if you calculate different types of metal, if we subtract from this, then all value is given negative. Okay, so because of the light is not capable of liberating electrons from cobalt, it will not be able to liberate electron from aluminum or platinum, both of which have higher energy work function. Then cesium is only metal for the 4 sample that would eject electron when exposed 7.2 into 10 power 14 hertz light. Okay, so कौन सा metal, which metal exhibit photoelectric effect? That is only cesium, right? Now moving towards B part. This is A, this is B. For each one of the metal producing photoelectron, calculate the maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectron. Okay, so only cesium can exhibit. Then we can calculate kinetic energy of electron for cesium. This will be E gamma minus phi cesium. Okay, so calculate 2.98 electron volt minus 2.14 electron volt. This will be around 0.84 electron volt. Okay, so the maximum kinetic energy will be 0.84 electron volt. 0.84 electron volt. The maximum kinetic energy will be 0.84 electron volt. I hope you understand this question. So moving towards next question, exercise 1.19. Okay, consider a metal with a stopping potential of 9 volt and 4 volt when illuminated by two sources of frequency 17 into 10 power 14 hertz and 8 into 10 power 14 hertz respectively, right? Use these data to find the numerical value of the Planck constant. Okay, find the work function and the cutoff frequency of the metal. Okay, and last, find the maximum kinetic energy of the ejected electron when the metal is illuminated with a radiation of frequency 12 into 10 power 14 hertz. Okay, so the given frequency nu is equal to 70 into 10 power 14 hertz, and nu dash we can calculate 8 into 10 power 14 hertz, and the given stopping potential 9 volt and 4 volt. Okay, now the stopping potential PS is the electrical potential necessary to stop electrons that are ejected from a metal by light of frequency nu having work function phi. So we can write E PS is equal to h nu minus phi, right? EBS is equal to h nu minus phi. Okay, so this implies that phi will be h nu minus EBS. Okay, so for first frequency we can write phi is equal to h nu 1 minus EBS1, and for other, in both cases the work function will be same, which cannot be changed for any same metal, h nu minus EBS2. Okay, now we can equate, since phi is equal to this and phi is equal to this, so these will be also equal. H nu 1 minus EBS1 is equal to h nu 2 minus EBS2, right? So h nu 1 minus nu 2 is equal to EBS1 minus BS2, right? So value of h will be EBS1 minus BS2 upon nu 1 minus nu 2. Okay, now put all these value, 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb into 9 volt minus 4 volt given upon given frequency 70 into 10 power 14 minus 8 into 10 power 14, right? After calculating, you will get the value of H will be around 8.9 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second, which is slightly near about 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. So this is the answer of part A. Okay. Now find the work function and the cutoff frequency of the metal. So we can easily calculate work function. We know phi is equal to, for first, H nu 1 minus EB S1. Okay. So when the value of given, we can put the value of H 6.6 into 10 to the minus 34 into, we can use the value of H is around 8.9 into 10 to the minus 34 joule second. Okay, from given calculation. We cannot use 6.6 into 10 to the minus 34. So replace 8.9 into 10 to the minus 34 joule second. Okay, and new one 17 into 10 to the 14 hertz, right? Minus 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19 into BS1 9 volt. Okay, so we can calculate the value will be 7.12 into 10 to the minus 20 joule. If you calculate in electron volt, just divide 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19 joule, then it will be given around 5 will be 0.44 electron volt. Okay, so the work function will be 0.44 electron volt. Now we have to calculate the value of this cutoff frequency. So the cutoff frequency nu naught will be phi by H. Okay, around 7.12 into 10 to the power minus 20 joule upon the value of H will be this 8.9 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. Okay, so we can easily calculate the value of cutoff frequency will be 8 into 10 to the power 30, right? And now part C, find the maximum kinetic energy of the ejected electron when the metal is illuminated with a radiation of frequency this 12 into 10 to the power 14 hertz. So kinetic energy of electron will be H nu minus phi. Okay, calculate. This is also easy. 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 into the value of nu. You can put the value of nu is here given 12 into 10 to the power 14 hertz, right? And the value of phi is given 7.12 into 10 to the power minus 20 joule. Okay, after calculating, we will get the value of kinetic energy will be 9.97 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. We in electron volt just divide 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. Okay, then it will be equal to 6.2 electron volt. Okay, so like this we have calculated successfully the value of Planck constant in first part, and the value of work function and the cutoff frequency of the metal, right? And finally the value of maximum kinetic energy and ejected electron. Okay, then next moving to our next question, and this is the last question of this video. Okay, the question reads, using energy and momentum conservation requirement so that a free electron cannot be absorb all energy of photon. Okay, so this is very tricky question. Kindly listen what I said. Okay, because I am writing less and speaking lot. Okay, so using the conservation of linear momentum and conservation of energy to check free electron can absorb a photon or not, as follows. Let us consider a case of free electron. हम क्या कर रहे हैं? What we are going to do? Let us consider case of free electron. Okay, now a photon and the conservation of linear, total initial momentum will be the total final momentum. Okay, then P gamma plus P I incident electron will be PFE. Okay, where P gamma is the momentum of photon at initial. Okay, Pi is the momentum of electron at initial state, the momentum of electron, and Pf is the momentum of electron at final state. Okay, now initially electron is rest. Initially electron is rest. So initial momentum of electron will be 0. Okay, because electron is rest, so it cannot be moved. So you putting this value in this, it will be P gamma is equal to P. Okay, right? Now P gamma is equal to TFE. Okay, now the initial energy of the photon and electron system will be given as E, initial energy, EI is equal to E gamma plus m naught c square, where E gamma is the initial energy of the photon and m naught c square is the rest mass energy of the initial electron. So the final energy will be EF is equal to under root E square plus m naught c square to the power 2, where E is the kinetic energy of electron due to absorption of photon, and from the conservation of energy we can write E gamma plus m naught c square is equal to E square plus m naught c square to the power 2. Okay, so the relation between the energy and the momentum of photon will be P gamma is equal to E gamma by c. Okay, from this we can write E gamma is equal to Tc, E gamma is equal to P gamma c. Okay, so this is equal to kinetic energy of the electron. Substitute E gamma and E and square both sides of the expression. Okay, then it will be E gamma plus m naught c square to the power 2 is equal to under root E gamma to the power 2 plus m naught c square to the power 2. Okay, now after solving we will get E gamma square plus m naught c square to the power 2 plus 2 E gamma m naught c square is equal to E gamma to the power 2 plus m naught c square to the power. Okay, the above last expression can be used to show that energy conservation is only satisfied if 2 E gamma m naught c square will be equal to 0. So for this, either E gamma energy of photon must be 0 or m naught mass of electron must be 0. So either E gamma or m naught will be equal to 0. So this condition will be satisfied. Therefore, the conservation of the linear momentum and the conservation of energy is not satisfied by considering the free electron absorb the photon. So therefore, the free electron cannot absorb photon. Free electron cannot absorb photon. Okay. So guys, I hope you like this video. If you like this video and you are new student on this channel, kindly subscribe my channel and press bell icon for next update. Okay, so I hope you are well in your home. Kindly do your preparation and wish you all the very best for your upcoming exam. So we will meet again in next video. Kindly stay at home and do your preparation. Thank you so much.